What's going on, guys? i0nic here. So in today's video we have some great news for 32-bit devices owners, and there might be a new chance for a jailbreak in the future for these devices, that being the iPhone 5 and 5C, and also a couple iPads that are on 32-bit. And that's because a couple bugs might be disclosed in the future by Stefan Esser, exactly for 32-bit. We're going to get into that right now, but before we do that, I'm going to talk about the iOS 11, which doesn't support the 32-bit devices. You probably know iOS 11 has been dropped at WWDC, the beta 1. We're experiencing a couple bugs right now, so we expect a new beta, the beta 2, probably to come this week or the next week. But anyways, the beta 1 of iOS 11 didn't come for 32-bit devices, which means they're finally dropped. Now iOS 10.3.3 is going to support the 32-bit devices, that being, as I said, iPhone 5, 5C and a couple iPads. But that's your lot. iOS 11 is never going to come up, so when iOS 11 is going to come out, the 32-bit devices will finally become obsolete. Now, this is a bad thing for those of you who have it and would like to, test the iOS 11 from Apple, but at the same time is a good thing, because this means that Apple is not going to make any updates for these devices anymore, and any exploit or bug that is publicly disclosed will probably remain unpatched. Well, Apple can theoretically create a new update, a new hotfix, in order to, patch that exploit if it's something very important, but it's less likely to happen since for iPhone 4S, which was dropped when iOS 10 came out, there was nothing new. Well, let's get into today's news. Well, Stefan Esser said in here, quote, "With iOS 11 not supporting 32-bit anymore, soon I can declassify some 32-bit only kernel bugs that exist for many years," end quote. Now, Stefan Esser is a very known developer and security researcher. He's been involved in jailbreaks in the past. He hasn't been involved in jailbreaks lately, as far as I know, but he's of course very knowledgeable on this field. And he posted this today, and he also followed it up with this. Quote, "Disclosing 32-bit iOS bugs doesn't mean I will release a 32-bit iOS jailbreak," end quote. So this means that he's not going to create a fully working jailbreak, but he's going to disclose a couple bugs, a couple kernel bugs that exist on 32-bit devices, which means that any other developer can step in at some point. Of course, any other developer who has enough knowledge to do so can step in and of course go ahead and create something on top of Stefan Esser's bugs, which is quite cool. He's been keeping them secret as many other developers. Now let me explain you a little bit in here. These exploits that you're creating for bugs that are not known by Apple are called 0 days. Because in the moment you're releasing them, Apple has no time to fix them before everybody can use them, before they get on public, and that's why they're called 0 days. There are 0 days before Apple can do something. Well, the problem in here is that these exploits are usually kept secret, a couple of them, and since they're not disclosed, nor to Apple, neither in public, they are never patched, and this is what Stefan Esser is talking about. They're just, developers are usually stockpiling exploits for later use. But he said in here that he is going to drop this stuff around iOS 11's final release. So this is going to probably be somewhere in the fall, as iOS 11 is going to be dropped with the iPhone 8, presumably, I do not know. Anyways, this is important because, as I said, somebody might step in and use these bugs. Now, because the iOS 11 is not going to support the 32-bit devices, that would result, of course, in a jailbreak that might most likely not be patched in the future by Apple. So that would be very great. What this means? Well, this means that you should probably be staying at the lowest firmware possible. Even though Stefan Esser, known as i0nic, said that the exploits, or sorry, the bugs existed for this 32-bit devices for many years. Probably it's safer to stay on a lower version. I do not know. Do not update anyways. Stay as low as you can on your 32-bit device, because it's going to also give you much more speed, since the newest versions are a little bit bad on the speed. So this is basically it. I really hope that Stefan Esser is going to drop them. It's not going to change his mind about it, but keep in mind he's not going to build the jailbreak. We still need some developer to step in, take the bugs, exploit them, and make a jailbreak. But the simple fact that he is declassifying them, or he's no longer keeping them secret, secret, he's releasing them to the public, is very, very good. So this is actually it. One thing I would like to mention is do not go ahead and buffer Stefan Esser with questions like when it's going to be out or when you're creating the jailbreak and so on. This is something that annoys the developers very, very, very much and makes them change their mind and not release anything and simply stop doing things. This is what gets Luca pissed off, and this is what gets any developer, you know, to be pissed off and say, okay, fuck it, I'm not going to do it. So do not buffer them, let them do their thing, let them release their thing whenever they want. Do not ask for ETAs and do not ask when jailbreak or when you're creating jailbreak and so on. This is very annoying for them and this really happens. So please avoid doing that. Anyways, till the next time, I'm i0nic. If you want more info, you can check out the tweets in the description down below. Again, do not buffer the developers. I'm i0nic. Peace out.